Hi, Matt with iGoFigure, and now we're going to do a deep dive on the OE tier under the Settings tab for email notifications and SMS notifications. The software is designed to automatically generate and send emails and text messages upon the occurrences of certain events within the application. What does that mean? Well, the most obvious one is whenever you set an appointment on the calendar, it's going to email and text them a reminder to show up for that appointment. Sounds pretty easy? It is pretty easy. All of this stuff is set up and optimized for an OsteoStrong Center right now, so all of the emails that you're going to want turned on are already turned on, and all the ones you don't want turned on are already turned off, okay? And all the text for these emails is already written and optimized for an OsteoStrong Center. Just because we wrote it doesn't mean you have to live with it. You can get in and edit these. And so here's an overview of the types of messaging that goes out for emails. Starts at the top, oops, your payment didn't go through. So if a payment, recurring monthly payment fails, then they get an email that tells them your payment failed. And in a very nice way, it says, please contact the center to give us a new payment method. This is generally how these things are set up. You can come in and edit this. You can change the logo on it. You can do anything you want with this text editing stuff up here. You can upload different imagery. You can embed different links. And you can make it active by checking or inactivating that active box. That's really it. I mean, that's really the high level on the member emails, is just know that they're turned on and know that they're optimized for you, and know that on a rainy and boring Saturday night, a good wine pairing with editing your emails is a Cabernet. That's what I recommend. So you're going to want to sit down one of these days and look through the emails and go, hey, and you're going to have your own little nuanced variations on that. The other thing I recommend that you look at is there's embedded stuff in here. So like this website here, for example, we're going to want to, we'll just show you how to change that. We're going to remove that link, and then we're going to insert your link. In this case, you're going to get a microsite, right? And so your microsite, I forgot what yours is. It's Osteos. What's yours?
Well, can we put OsteoStrongFrisco.com for now?
Yeah, that's why I was asking, Frisco.com. I just want to make sure I got the right site. Oh, right on. Okay. So this get free session part, you're going to be able to embed that calendar later. They're working on that. So what you're going to do on your email, back to the email, is that you're just going to put in the URL for your website there. Okay, click OK, and now that's your microsite. So you have the, hey, whatever, you got your stuff, this is what it is. You might consider putting in like videos. There's lots of great video content on the website, on the OsteoStrong.me website, or you might have your own. You might have your own personal invitation video that you as an owner shoot in your center with some members or whatever kind of excitement you want. Maybe John Jaquish makes it, have something that's explains a little bit more, because this is the welcome email, and so you're having an opportunity to reinforce their decision to buy a membership from you. So I always invite people, like, look, yeah, if you want to embed an email here or video here, just embed your YouTube link and do that. So we'll save that guy, and that's really it on how to manage those emails. And so what we're going to do is take a quick look overview of the different emails that are in here and the types of options to turn them on and turn them off. So just very quickly, login information, that's if you forgot your password, a statement it generates and sends for that member that you can't get a credit card from. It says, I refuse to give you a credit card. Can you just bill me each month? One, I recommend against it. Two, we handle that. And so you just, at the club tier, when we go through that bit of training, that will be activated and turned on, and it emails them. That has the member portal. That has their login information to access the member portal. This is when member portal is disabled. So if you're enabling it or disabling it, that email goes out. One has login information, one doesn't. Then you have birthday emails, credit card about to expire emails. And here's a really cool set that you're going to definitely want to review one day. It allows you to schedule these 5 emails to occur on a date certain after they join. What does all that mean? So this means this email is going out to your members 90 days after they joined. Okay? And what's it doing? Well, this one is reinforcing the idea of sending referrals. Hey, I can tell you right now, more than half your membership base is going to be referrals. I know, I see the data, and this is one way to reinforce that. Okay, so here it says, hey, it's been 90 days. We're impressed. You're awesome. You know what's going to be even cooler? Forward this email to two of your friends for your friends for 2 free sessions. You're going to have people showing up with this printed email wanting 2 free sessions. You can thank me later. The other emails that are not turned on are these, and so you can 180 days, 365 days. They're off now only because we didn't really want to pollute the number of emails that your members are going to be receiving, but these are pretty critical, and so I just recommend that you go back one day and look at those and decide to turn them on and think of different ways to weave in requesting referrals. That's just a big deal. The rest of these are pretty straightforward. There's a component to the software that's not being used by OsteoStrong centers yet, so I won't cover it, and that's electronic agreements. You can actually literally upload your waiver form or whatever else, have them sign the screen and save it, and the waiver form stored electronically. We're working with OsteoStrong Corporate on the optimal place to introduce that in the member sign-up process, and it'll probably be pushed down to the Spectrum equipment. So their first time on the Spectrum equipment, they're signing the waiver, and it's stored there, and it will transfer and store the actual agreement in our system. That's higher level stuff that we're working on. So if a member goes on hold, they get a coming off hold reminder. There's a series of emails in here for prospects. They're all turned off, and the reason why is because the way OsteoStrong centers are set up and run, you're really going to be doing a lot of your marketing outside of my system. You're going to be gathering business cards and fish bowls. You're going to be having events at your center. You're going to have that style of marketing to where you're going to be doing newsletters and introducing to the concept of osteogenic loading in many, many different ways. And then the call to action is going to be to schedule that first time appointment. That's when they come into my system, and that's the easiest place to do that. You capture that, there really isn't a need to send them any email because you generally have already introduced them to the concept, and so we just store them as a prospect. You can, if you want, turn on different emails for them, like with the members, and so you can have a series of emails that go out to them. Found that most people don't want those on, so they're default turned off. Once you see how the prospecting is working at the club tier, you might consider turning those back on. PT service emails you don't use, course emails don't use, task emails, these are the emails that are associated with the tasks that we talked about before, so all of the reminders that they get are set up and activated there. Billing, whenever you say, yes, please send an email, you can send them an email with the receipt. The one that's default turned off here is when you charge monthly recurring dues to a member, okay, you have the option of sending them the receipt for that automatically. 95% of the centers have that turned off. They have it on in Sweden and Australia, I think. It's because their members sort of expect it. Your call. U.S., it's default turned off. You can turn it on here. So if you get a request, you can easily go in and click members like, hey, can I get my email from last month? You can literally push a button from within the member record and email them that receipt. If it's a frequent thing in your center, you might just turn it on so that they're all getting that receipt. Inventory email, if you're tracking your inventory, then on products that you carry, it'll send you an email when you're running low. So you might do that. And the club email is the last kind of one I want to look at. These are emails that send to you when events happen. And by you, it's the email address that you have set up as your club email address in your club settings. And the one that I like to have turned on, really these aren't going to be transferred in, transferred out. That's not going to happen until you have multiple centers. And member signing up online, that's not going to happen yet because nobody's doing that. This is the one I like to turn on. It's the 15-day no-show email. So you have lots of great tools to manage members who are not showing up because their appointment shows up in red, right? And so you're paying any attention at all to that, you're going to be managing your no-shows extremely well, okay? This is the icing on the cake. This is going to check, hey, I got this many members have gone 15 days without showing up, and it's going to send you a list. It'll appear in your email box and says, hey, here's a list of folks who haven't showed up, and it drops in their name and email address and phone. So if you have people that have canceled multiple recurring appointments in a row, you know they're not getting the benefits of osteogenic loading, and you're working them with those red notices on your calendar. This is just giving you the extra reminder of, all right, it's been 2 weeks now. You're going to want to take more action with this guy, find out what's going on. And the whole point of all that, they're going to stay longer as a member. So that's just other stuff for you. That's the email section. The SMS template, these are not the template, the SMS notifications. These are set up and turned on for your center right now. And the only ones that are turned on are the task reminder SMS messages. Okay, so these are just simple, hey, your appointment's tomorrow. These are the reminders they're getting. They're texting. All of the other emails that we have, they're also set up to send as a text message. Now, in my opinion, this is something that you just want to email them. Their receipts and things like that, or welcome and things like that. So you don't really need to have the text messaging on, but if you think that's going to have more value to you, it's really easy. You just come in, click the ones that you want to turn on, activate them, and then you need to make sure you look at the text. The text of those notifications are not set up right now, and so they're blank. And so simply, hey, I want to text them if their payment failed, or I want to text them if they welcomed. You know, any of that, you just come in, you edit it. These data fields you can grab and insert into the body there. And then you just check active, and then that'll start texting them. So that's pretty much it. Texting is turned on. When you sign up a member, they are automatically default selected to receive text reminders and email reminders. And you can turn them off within the member record, but you're on and ready to go with texting. That's it for how you set up members, emails, and text messaging. Whether a member wants them on or off, you edit within the member record, and we'll cover that in a different video on member records.